Hi my friends, I always get requests on how to do brows, so I'm just going to jump right in and show two different methods on how you can achieve the brow. The first method will be using a pencil, and that is for someone who needs more control when putting a product on their face, because a gel or a pomade, you need the brush and you might not be advanced enough to have that control to use a gel or the pomade. So we're going to do two different methods. Now my brows are actually microbladed, and for an everyday doing nothing, no makeup look, it's okay. It might be okay for some people to look like this even with makeup on, but not for me. I like the more polished, chiseled out, sharp, crisp brow. Okay, so I'm just going to jump right in. So you always want to make sure that your face is clean. Obviously, you can use a primer if you have oily brows. I don't, so I won't be doing that. Now, I always, whether or not my oily or not, I use my powder just to make sure that the area is very dry so that the product that we use won't be slipping around on our face. Okay, there we go. Okay, so we're going to take our pencil here and we're going to start on the bottom, following the natural shape of your brow, not really concentrating too much right here, because here is where it can get boxy, and this is where a lot of people start to tend to make mistakes. So this I'll show you after. So you're just going to start right about here, and you're going to start dragging a line across, following your natural shape. Now, I did mention my brows are microbladed, and they did do a little dip here, which I don't like, so I tend to bring my line out a little bit further, and then I just use my concealer to clean that up. So we're going to do the same on the top. The pencil gives you way more control over what you are trying to achieve. Okay, so you see I brought my tip out here, and I'm just going to darken that up because I am. So once you get the outline shape of what you're trying to look like, please don't do the surprised and the Nike signs. We're just going to fill it in using strokes going in upwards motion, and this will give it hair-like hair-like effect. If you notice, I'm not going like this and drawing in the brow. I'm not doing that. Now, if you don't have any brows, you're going to have to improvise and have a good eye to kind of draw a brow shape and not make it look too unrealistic. So here now, sorry, I kind of jumped ahead. Here now, we're just going to take the pencil, we're going to turn it on the flatter side, and we're going to go up in hair-like strokes, like so. Okay, so you can already see the difference. So now we take the spoolie and we brush the product up into the brow, making it look very natural, not heavily painted on. Soft and natural. See, that doesn't look like much now, but once it's cleaned up, it's going to look so crisp, as if you just left the, you just got them done. So now we're going to use the concealer to clean it up. Now, when you're using the concealer, do not put it all the way up here at first, because that can cause a big mistake. So what happens is, if you put it too close, like right on the line, the product can bleed into the brows, and then you have a problem. You have to start over. Not really start over, but you have to go back and fill it in. So we just come here and follow the shape like so, and then we just drag the rest of the product to clean the shape. Moving ever so gentle and slowly. Don't want to be dragging and tugging on your skin. So we're going to do the same thing for the top. And when I do the top, I keep the brush very flat. And I just follow. Now I don't have very much eyebrow space to work with because I have like a 3-head, not a 4-head. So even when I wear my units, I have to put it directly on my hairline, because if I don't, I will end up with my unit down here. Not cute. And we're just going to blend it out. Now do you see how the microblade line disappeared right here? It disappeared. Now we have a little tail going on. Yes, girl. So we just clean up, clean up, clean up. Because the last thing we want is eyebrows that are just hanging out, doing its own thing on your face. Talking about let's party, girl. Okay, so there you have brow number 1, or method number 1. And just a quick tip, I don't like how my arch looks here, so I'm just gonna use this again and just go over it a little before anyone says, well, you didn't do it properly. Just making that line more clean. Okay, so a quick tip is if you make a mistake and you make the front of your brow too boxy, you can use your spoolie and your concealer, your spoolie and your foundation. You can actually use brow gel, which I have brow gel, but I'm not going to be using because it's actually done. You put a little bit on the spoolie and you brush it into the very front of the brow. It gives a nice little gradient look without looking boxy. Like that. And of course, I do see that I have some concealer here. Now if I was just gonna be stepping out on the road, if I didn't have microblading, anyways, because I used to do this a lot when I didn't have microblading, I used to just do my brows just to go, brows and lashes, and I'm good to go. You want to blend it out, blend it all out. You don't want anyone to be seeing the concealer separate from anything else on your face. Everything is supposed to look like you just walked out of the shop. And there's brow number 1, method number 1. Method number 2, we'll be using our brow gel. Once again, I'm going to clean my area. I already cleaned it off, cleaned off the other brows that I just did with my makeup wipes, re-moisturized my eyebrow. Just because it's a habit, I didn't have to do that, but it is what it is. Okay, so here's the brow all cleaned up. The only thing that's in there is the Laura Mercier powder. Okay, and we're just going to take our brush and we're going to draw the same line we did with the pencil. So again, we're not going to be starting in the front, we're going to be starting about right here. And always hold your brush at the end of the brush, hold the brush at the end, darn it. Don't hold it up here, because then you're going to have too much harshness on your face. Hold it on the end so that you're controlling it, okay? You're controlling how much product goes on. Again, I'm extending this line, forgetting about that little dip I have down here. Okay, now we're going on top. I just kind of dab that into my brow because I just picked up too much product, so that's okay, don't worry about it. So that's how it looks, and that's just a dab because I had too much product that I didn't want to spread all over the top. So what I'm going to do next is I'm going in. Now you can go in with this brush and do the same thing that I'm going to do with another brush. All you would do really is take it and go in here like strokes like so. But because, I mean, I have no brows really. I don't think I have much brows. But, I mean, I have a small area to work with. So I'm going to be using my smaller brush. Now this brush is very bristle-like. And when I first received it, I was like, what in God's slippers am I supposed to be doing with this thing? It is so tough, so hard. But then when I started using it on my face, I was just like, on my brows, I said, oh, it's not that hard at all. It actually gives you nice hair-like strokes. Effortless hair-like strokes, I want to say. Fill this little area that we blobbed all of that product on right there, and continue with the strokes. Now I'm going to show you this brush in its realness. So I dipped it back into my product, it's on the back of my hand, and this is what I'm talking about. You see how it gives little strokes, filling in, making it look like I actually had brows there in the first place. See that? Now I'm going to go a little bit higher with this. I'm going to be cleaning it up anyways, but this is my method of doing my brows. Honestly, I don't really use a pencil, but for the purpose of the video, I did it for you all. So now we're just going to clean up the brows. Again, not concentrating too much on the line yet. We're just going to add the product, go back and clean up. And my microblade line disappeared. Clean up the top using the flat side of the brush. Dragging it all the way down. Flick. Flick. Blending out the product so that we don't have any harsh lines. And I'm just going to go back as usual and fix my arch. It's better to have to go back and you know, just add than try to fix something that you messed up and you have to try to take it away. That makes life a little bit harder, I might say. So there you go. Fix my little tail brow. Okay, there you go. So what would you prefer? You tell me. Would you prefer this one? Or this one? You can go with this, or you can go with that. You can go with this, or you can go with that. You can go with this, or you can go with that. You can go with this, but this is where it's at. Hope you enjoyed. I hope this helped. I hope this helped. I hope this helped. Thank you for watching.